Up next, Tampa and Carolina square off for the first of 2 meetings over the final 3 weeks. The Bucs look to make it 3 in a row over the Panthers, right here in Madden NFL 22.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. They come in just in an absolute free fall, losers of 7 in a row.
And this is where you turn to your best players and look at them and say, can you guide us out of this? We've got to be better than what we've shown.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, it's been perfection so far. They come in here unbeaten at 14-0.
And just 2 wins away from doing something only 2 teams have ever done. But the most important thing for them now is to make it to the postseason in one piece.
Joseph Charlton and the punt team on now for the Panthers. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. We get a peek at Tom Brady as he brings out this Tampa Bay offense. And Tom Brady in his 22nd season overall and his 2nd in Tampa Bay.
And he's been, in my mind, the best player in the NFL at this point of the season. And I think if you polled folks with a ballot, and I certainly have one, I think they'd say he's the front runner for MVP. So now it comes down to finishing out the season strong. And a good game here would certainly strengthen his case.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Patrick Owasor leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
To try again after the sack. Brady, he's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Brady to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. To throw, it's Brady. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Brady now on 1st down. And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken a 1st quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams,
Here's Joseph Charlton now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 11. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. With the Bucs offense making their way back out on the field, let's take a look at the playoff picture, Charles, coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
To throw again on 2nd down, Brady. This one swung out here to Jones. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And in for the Buccaneers, touchdown. A great effort there. 60 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But we keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating. But his message there, keep waiting.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Yeah, that throw traveling an even 64 yards in the air. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure.
It got his man complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs are able to add on to their first half lead. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise... Sometimes the best...
Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. The spotlight now focuses on the quarterback, and that's Tom Brady. And, Charles, he's already north of 300 yards in this game.
And while watching him work, I just keep coming back to what a magic number that is. We've almost made it routine, haven't we? 300 yards, wow, what a great day. We don't understand what goes into that. And today, he's taking advantage of every opportunity, and he's being very precise throwing the football.
Some highlights to show for his efforts. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. To throw is Brady. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Bucs open the lead up to 34-0.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Brady now on 1st down. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And Charles, you think about this offense, it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench, just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there just before halftime.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab of that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And that one finds the Falcons out in front. The Falcons trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Next, we head north to Philly to check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. Jalen Hurts has thrown a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And that game's all tied up as they play the visiting LA Rams. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And their quarterback's got to be icy.
All right, hang on.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
48.
Go Bandit! Don't say nothing.
On first down, Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Here's the Panthers punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Brady. That's caught by Howard. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. And there's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, get me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment.
Hey, Dad, wait, 20. 48 right now, let's go. Hey, check.
Check, 48's the mic.
Check.
Now Brady again. A check down here to Jones. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. I don't think you got it. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Easy. Fire.
Brady now to throw. And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And here's the Panthers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well, no one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. Jones with a carry on 1st down, but I don't think he even made it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense all over that one. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 11.
Coming to you.
Hey, cover.
Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. The Bucs on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Buccaneers are moving closer to a 15-0 record as they extend their lead here. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent. Here's the Panthers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this one is incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charlie, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered. Throwing on first down is Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
That's a nice job there, because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing is Brady on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Brady going to throw here. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't. Connect. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them. And
as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bucs, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be